Sex slavery, the horrific reality. Sex slavery is a $26 billion industry worldwide. And this doesn't just occur in poor countries because more than half of this money is produced in wealthy countries like the US. It is also the third largest international crime after drugs and arms dealing and generates money for terrorism. You might not know that there are more slaves today than ever before in history. In fact, more than 200,000 sex slaves are in the US currently, many of whom are children. And the victims can be anyone, but they all have one thing in common: they suffer. How would you feel if you were deprived of food, were forced to get hooked on drugs, your family was threatened, you were raped many times a day, you were trapped, and you were physically tortured? And nobody cares. This is what happened to Jessica and Melissa.
Thinking back, it makes me sick. How many different people got it, all the different places in my body. I was just a piece of property. That's why we got branded.
So this was to show that you belong to...
I'm their property.
It's like being an animal in a cage at a zoo, and everybody comes and looks at you and does what they want to do, and then you go back to your cage with just bed after bed after bed of children like me that were going through it. You're chained to a bed. You're not allowed to sit up.
So what kind of person supports this terrible trade that Jessica and Melissa were lucky to escape from? Well, people from all walks of life deliberately visit slaves. Politicians, policemen, pastors, and you may also be unknowingly supporting the industry. If you have ever visited a pornographic website, ask yourself if all of the women in these videos or advertisements really want to be doing what they're doing, and how many of them are likely to be sex slaves.